In the 6 months program, people who are beginners of meditation are people who have already practiced meditation for a while. So the most important point you have to focus on is asanasati. So you're going to train you in the soft skills as well. First step is you're sitting for meditation. Then you graduate to sitting in meditation. This is actually a university grade program. Welcome all of you. Namaste. So today is the first session of this TTP program 2026. Started with intense meditation. Today, tomorrow, it's going to be more of introduction, orientation, how the program is going to be. And then as we slowly move forward, you will be introduced to certain assignments, project work, and other things. But first, I want to give you a little introduction of this program. So please take a pen, notebook, and write it. So first and foremost, this program focuses on slow and steady progress. Point number one. So it will focus on a slow and steady progress. And from the teacher point of view, from the admin point of view, what really matters is your sincerity. Your attempt matters. Your sincerity matters. So that's why that is one of the reasons we have made this a program where initially you have to pay for a nominal registration fee so that only sincere people enroll. Because this sincerity is very important. Without this sincerity, there is no way you can be serious. Seriousness means you become a regular practitioner. So sincerity is the first step. And systematically, we will introduce you step by step of various fields, various topics, various departments in the spiritual science. But the most important science within the spiritual science is the science of meditation. So the first week, the second week, and the third week, we will focus on the science of meditation, science of mindfulness, and energy science. We'll start with the basics of it. What is meditation? What is not meditation? We'll go with the basics so that even the beginners of meditation who never practiced meditation can also understand in the right way. How to be sincere? What are the qualities of a sincere student? Okay, so I would like the team to share the screen, the topic related to the sincerity, general instructions. First and foremost, what we expect from all the participants is the video should be on for the entire class. If the video is not on, I mean, for exceptionally, there is some, for some reason you couldn't turn on the video on that particular day, it is okay, exempted. But in general, we want all your videos to be on because this is a course. How you enroll for a college or a university, the similar setup will be here, where you are required to turn on the video and you are committed. Saturday, Sunday, 1.5 hours, 90 minutes, you are committed. So that 90 minutes, you prepare yourself, okay, and be presentable, turn on your video, keep your pen and notebook ready, keep a bottle of water ready, and be fully prepared. So for the people who are not coming on the video, we won't consider them as sincere. And consecutively, 2 sessions, if they are not coming on the video, then we will let them out of the enrollment. Okay, so this is a very important point. If your videos are not on, that means you're not sincere. So we don't know what task you are doing, right? You might be doing something else, and we don't want that kind of distraction. We want only committed students. So video should be on. Maybe today you are not prepared, but at least from tomorrow, we'll make it as a rule that if your videos are not on, you will be considered an absentee. And 2 consecutive sessions, if you're absent, then you are getting into a position where your enrollment will not go further. So it's a very important thing. So being in the video and being presentable, and we want your complete attention, right? So that kind of discipline is what we are focused on. So the next point, we expect you to be very regular in your assignments. So the assignments we give you are doable and it is for your benefit. So we expect 2 hours out of 24 hours. We have every day 24 hours. So out of 24 hours, 2 hours you commit to this program. And this 2 hours is for your own evolution. For example, you are doing meditation. Who benefits? If you do meditation, you benefit. For example, you are doing a self-reflection, doing journaling or reading books. You benefit out of it, right? It is for your benefit. It is for your evolution. So 2 hours per day, minimum commitment. That is what is needed. Out of 24 hours, 2 hours you reserve for yourself for this work. The first point is be on the video. The second point, commit yourself 2 hours consistently. Imagine every day you are giving yourself 2 hours time for 6 months. What will happen? Every day, 2 hours, you are sincere. Every day you are meditating. Every day you are reading books. Every day you are journaling. So in 6 months' time, there will be a great shift in your consciousness. You will not be the same person anymore. Unless you are a great student, you cannot be a great teacher. Every great teacher was a great student once upon a time. So every great student naturally becomes a great teacher. So this is a teacher training program. So we want all of you to be great teachers. Okay. So our intention is not to create students. Our intention is to create great teachers. So for that, the first step is be a great student. Okay. So write it down in bold letters. Every day, 2 hours commitment. We don't want a situation where you are skipping one day and tomorrow you are topping up into 4 hours. That situation we don't want. Every day, consistently 2 hours. Out of 24 hours, only 2 hours. Okay. So out of the 2 hours, 1 hour is for meditation. 1 hour is for meditation. 15 minutes for journaling, for self-reflection, journaling, 15 minutes. And another 15 minutes for reading books. Another half an hour for watching the videos. We will send you a certain playlist of videos. So every day, average of 30 minutes. So this is the minimum commitment. 2 hours is minimum. More the better. But this is the minimum. 1 hour of meditation, 15 minutes of self-reflection, and 15 minutes of reading books. We will post you if you are from India, we will post you the books. And that is all gift from Breath Energy Health Foundation. And if you are living in overseas, we will send you a soft copy. We'll give you the PDF copies, right? So there will be a first set of books which we will post you, and there will be a second set of books. So totally there will be 20 books to read in this course. All small books, not huge books, all small books, 50 pages, 60 pages, 30 pages, 80 pages, less than 100 on. Some books are little like 150, 160, very few, but mostly we have made it into the small booklets where the core essence is there. So you don't need to read hundreds and hundreds of pages. So totally there will be 20 set of books in the entire course where we'll be reading. So we'll send you the first set of books, 10 books. After 3 months, we'll send you a second set of books. So every day, if you can read 15 to 30 minutes, that is good enough. And after that, if you find more time, then you can read more. But I'm speaking about the minimum commitment and 30 minutes of watching the videos. So this is what is minimum expected. And assignment, when it comes to assignment, the first week there will be no assignment, right? So first week you don't need to worry about it. So there will be no assignment for the first week, because first week it is more of orientation and getting to know each other. And I want you to settle down well. So first week there will be no assignment. The assignment will start from the second week onwards. How the assignment generally goes is, so we'll give you an assignment on Saturday. And you have 5 days to work on the assignment. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Saturday we'll give you the assignment. In the session, in the Saturday session, in the evening session, we'll explain the assignment and we'll give you the assignment. It will be all very interesting assignments, life transforming assignments. By Thursday night or Friday morning. So let us assume India time US is 12 hours behind. Let us assume in US is 12 hours behind. So by Friday morning, 8 p.m., you have to submit the assignments. So we will take one day. We'll take 24 hours to evaluate and go through all the assignments. And the following week, we will discuss about how is your assignment, what are the areas to work on it, and where the course correction is needed, where the improvement is needed. Right? And if needed, we will again revise the assignment and repeat it for the next week. So until you become best in that, we will go through that in detail. And once that particular assignment is done and sorted out, then we'll go for the next assignment the following week. So the important point to note down is you have 5 days to finish off the assignment, and we will not entertain any delay in submitting the assignment because we have to quickly go through it and evaluate it, correct it, give the individual feedbacks. So we are close to 110 participants. So 110 assignments we have to correct, and then we have to give the progress report. So weekly evaluation will be there, and monthly progress report also will be there. So we will be tracking your progress monthly. How is your attendance? How is your participation? And how is your assignments? And how is your project work? Everything we'll keep track, and we'll give you a progress report once in a month. So the general score will be average, good, excellent. Excellent means you have performed up to the expectations. Good means you have done well, but there is a scope for improvement. Average means you have to put in more efforts. You have to be a little more mindful. You have to be a little more sincere. So average, good, excellent. So we want all of you to be excellent. Okay. So this is not ranking system. This is more of grading to motivate. So this time, for example, the first assignment, it was average. So we want the second assignment to be good. And we want the third assignment to be excellent. So in that way, we want everybody to be excellent. As long as there is progress, we are happy about it. For example, first month, there is a progress. Second month, there is a progress. The third month, the progress is not there. That means from excellent, you have come down to average. So something is not right in your grasping, or something is not right in your performance. So we will contact and get the feedback and see in what way we can support. So it will be a positive approach. It will be a constructive based approach. And project based work will be at a later stage. I'll speak about it in a later stage. Assignments. So first we'll focus on assignments. Project based work. So by tonight or tomorrow early morning, we'll send you the first list of playlist kind of YouTube videos where you have to go through it. I think most of you would have gone through it. It's simple. What is meditation? Benefits of meditation. What is not meditation? The first set of, so weekly we'll give you a playlist. So we'll not bombard you with all the playlist, and you don't need to binge watch. So we'll give you a playlist. 1 week we'll give you one playlist. So average, the playlist will average out. So today you have more time, you can watch more videos. Tomorrow you have less time, so you can watch minimum one video, something like that. So we'll give you a weekly based one so that the load is equally divided. So we have a background team, admin team working full time on this program. So a lot of people are putting their hard work to support you. So I hope you are very sincere in this course. The one thing we don't entertain is, if you're not sincere, then we don't want to entertain you. Maybe you can join next batch next year. Right? So when it comes to your commitment, we expect 100% commitment towards your own self. So these are the steps for self-discipline. I think you can see the screen. So we will give you this in your WhatsApp group also. We will send it, but you just quickly note down certain important bullet points. So overall, in the 6 months course, we want your day to begin with meditation. When you get up first thing in the morning, okay, drink some water, take a quick shower, or you can wash your face, and then immediately sit for meditation. So that is the first thing we expect. What happens if you sit for meditation? The first thing is the whole day will be energetic, and you will be very disciplined, and you are very sincere towards your own self. That is the first point. Begin the day with meditation. No excuses. If you're used to getting up little late, you have to get up little early to manage that meditation time. Right. So the second is coming to the food habits. In this 6 months period, we don't want you to eat 3 meals a day, but rather eat 2 meals a day. In between, if you're hungry, eat a lot of fruits. Eat a lot of fruits, drink plenty of water, a lot of salads, but stick on to 2 meals a day, 12 hours gap. Suppose if you had the first meal you had it in the morning, let us say 7 o'clock. So the second meal you have is in the evening between 6 and 7. So 10 to 12 hours gap, unless you have an exceptional situation where you came a little late. 1 or 2 days, it's okay. But in general, you are having 2 meals a day and eat millets based. Okay. So reduce your carbohydrates and eat more of millets, holistic food, organic food. It might take time for you to shift, but all I'm giving you is a guidelines. I'm not expecting you to change immediately tomorrow, but work in this direction, think in this direction, so that slowly and slow and steady you are adapting to organic foods, more salads, more fruits, and more water, right? So that your diet is healthy. When your diet is healthy, your gut is healthy. When your gut is healthy, then you can do more intense meditation. So that is the link between food and meditation. The more you eat healthy food and the more your gut health is good, the more you'll be able to meditate intensely and more you will feel light in your body. The third point, it is important that you make minimum of 30 minutes of exercise. Generally, our guidance is go for a walk. Anytime, morning walk or evening walk or anytime walk. Walking is one of the most efficient ways to keep yourself physically fit. If you cannot go for walking for whatever the reasons, because of certain climatic conditions or uh, for what, because you're a homemaker, you cannot leave the house, you have small children. If you cannot go for a walk, at least do yoga, 30 minutes yoga. And we will also introduce yoga training also. During this course, we will introduce yoga training where you can stay back at home and do some simple yoga exercises. But physical exercise is also equally important. 30 minutes to 1 hour, right? So the next is, I spoke about reading the books. So mindful reading means you meditate for a few minutes before you start reading. Before you read any book, you meditate for 10 to 15 minutes first, and then you start reading the book. Then it becomes mindful reading. You will be able to absorb the depth of it. So meditation comes first, Swadhyaya comes second. Okay. And journaling, reflection, I spoke. To begin with, first you start with journaling of your energy and time. Okay. So in the first few weeks, you start the journaling with time and energy, how you are utilizing the time on that particular day. Journaling simply means before you go to bed, you take a notebook and write down, put the particular day. Suppose you are doing journaling today. So before you go to bed, put today's date and write down the points. You reflect upon this particular day. Where did you waste your time and energy? And where did you properly utilize your time and energy? Write it down. So where you have utilized the time in the right way, where you have utilized your energy in the right way, you will continue that tomorrow. It is like self-appreciation. And where you have wasted your time, for example, you have unnecessarily involved in gossiping or talking about things which doesn't make any sense, or you just did certain activities which didn't give you joy. Any activity that doesn't give you joy is a waste of time and energy. Any activity which doesn't give you knowledge is waste. Either it should give you knowledge or it should give you certain wonderful experiences, or it should give you a certain joy and happiness. Then you're utilizing the time the right way. You're utilizing the energy in the right way. So this is the journaling you do. So first few weeks, let us say for the first month, for the whole month of May, your journaling is where you have utilized your time and where you have wasted your time, where you have utilized your energy properly and where you have wasted your energy. So that the next day morning, so tonight you do the journaling, the next day morning when you get up, you quickly read that particular page. Just a quick glance before you start the day, before you go for work or whatever, just quickly have a glance so that you are more mindful of where you have wasted your time and you don't repeat the same thing. Okay, so that is how you progress. That is how you go through the self-reflection process. And next comes to watching the videos. So you don't watch the video, let us say average of 30 minutes videos. So you don't watch the video just for the sake of watching. So you watch it with complete attention and see what are the points you can grasp. What are the points you can take it? What is the essence of that video? So that after watching, you write down in the notebook. So put the date and say, today I have watched this video. So from this video, these are the important points I have absorbed. And you write down the points. And the next day, the next video, and you write down the points. So towards the end of the week, before you come for the Saturday session, you quickly go through that. Okay, so this is the 5 days, 6 days videos I have watched, and these are the points I've gathered. So it is like a summary of what you have learned in that particular week. So this is how you help yourself into the self-discipline process. So the first is meditation. The second is your good habits. The third is you being very proactive in exercises like walking, jogging, running, or yogas, or anything. It should be physical activity. Then cultivating. Many people don't have the habit of reading the right spiritual books. So we will take about, let us say, a week's time. We will start posting it in the 1 or 2 days because now the registrations are finalized. So in 1 or 2 days, we'll start posting and you will be able to receive the post within, probably in less than a week, you should be able to receive the parcel with the books. So physical copy, you will get it within a week. But we will post the soft copy in the group. So people from overseas or people from within India, you can read the soft copy. So going through the books, it is mindful reading, meditate for 15 to 20 minutes, at least 10 minutes you meditate and then start reading the book. Then the journaling part, where the first month of journaling, you focus on time and energy. And finally, all the videos you watch, you simply don't watch. You have to write down the bullet points of what are the important points and what did you learn from that video. So when you're writing the points is don't write what is there in the video. You write what you have learned from the video. So this is how the program will be based on self-discipline. And we stick on to the time, mostly 7 to 8:30. Right? Sometimes it might extend for 10 or 15 minutes, but it won't be more than 15 minutes, right? We'll stick on to the time most of the time. If anybody has any questions discussed so far, whatever the questions we have discussed, if you have any questions, you please raise your hand and I will quickly answer. And tomorrow we'll be allocating the roll numbers. So when you log in tomorrow, it is important you log in with your roll number and name because we are going to take attendance and tomorrow there will be some introduction also. We want to get to know each other. So there will be some introduction. Everybody will have 2 minutes, 1 minute and 2 minutes for self-reflection because we are going to journey together for 6 months as a team, as a group. So it is very important we understand each other. So simple introduction like your name, where you are from, and what you do. That's one aspect. Your name, where you are from, and what you do. And number two is what was your intention to join this program? That's all. Simple introduction. You should not take more than 30 seconds to 1 minute. So that introduction we'll do tomorrow. Okay, so that introduction, the whole 100-member introduction, we cannot do in one day. So some introduction we'll do tomorrow, and rest of the introduction will continue for the next week. So it is important you log in with the roll numbers and name. And starting from Monday, we will be doing a 21 days online program. This is for mainly for TTP participants, but it is open for public as well. Indian Standard Time, 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. So we'll be focusing on meditation, the science of meditation, basically for beginners, and advanced seekers also can join. So 1 hour there will be meditation, and 15 minutes there will be some concept wisdom session. Another 15 minutes there will be question answer session. So this is how the session will go. So starting from Monday, May 4th, a 21-day sequence will be there. So it is a very high recommendation that all the TTP participants, you participate in that meditation program. There are two benefits. Number one, that is a group meditation. So anyway, you are committing 1 hour for yourself. So that 1 hour, you will be part of the group meditation, group energy, and you will have a very good discipline whenever you participate in a group meditation. So there will be a good discipline, and also there will be wisdom and question answer sessions. So in that way, it is benefit in both the ways. So now let us take this. Okay, so two people have raised their hands. Okay, Jai Lakshmi.
Namaste, sir. I'm Jayalakshmi from Sharjah. Regarding the books, no, you will be sending it to the address which we have given, no?
Only within India. If it is India,
within India.
So if you want your books to be couriered, so it is only within India. But overseas, we will send you soft copies only. Soft copy will be posting in the group, and you have to take a print out of that.
Thank you. I can get it when I come to India.
Yeah. So even though you are staying in Sharjah, you wanted the books to be reaching your address in India, then make sure that the address which you have given is the right address. Then the books will be posted there. So we will use India Post. So next, Uma.
Namaste, sir. This is Uma from New Jersey. I have two questions. One is, can I do pranayama also while I'm doing yoga practice?
Yes,
is prana?
Yes, of course. Why not?
Okay.
But it is not a substitute for meditation. So this pranayama and yoga is as part of your physical activity.
Physical exercise.
Yeah. Pranayama is good. We will also teach yoga and pranayama as part of this course also.
Okay. And another thing, I want PDF books, PDF also. Plus, can I also get the physical books?
Shipped to overseas?
To India. I will give Indian address.
Yeah. See, as long as you give an India address, we will give those books as a gift.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I may not be joining the meditation session because we are already doing here 2 hours regular practice of meditation in the morning, 3:30 to 5:30 a.m. or local time. So evening 7 o'clock is not a suitable time for me because my husband just comes and we serve dinner and all. But I join the wisdom and question and answer session evenings. That will be evening for us. Your morning regular meditation session.
But Saturday, Sunday, you are going to attend, right?
No, Saturday, Sunday, I will be joining TTP. Definitely.
So Saturday, Sunday attendance is compulsory, but rest of the group meditations is your convenience.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
This program is especially useful for all the people who have the intention to do the right things in the life, who have the desire to do meditation and who wants to live an enlightened life, a happy life, a healthy life. They have the intentions, they have the desire, but they are not sincere. Somehow they are not able to put up the everyday sadhana. So for those people, this 6 days program is a great gift, because once you are part of the group consciousness, once you are part of the group and with a strict discipline, naturally you will be able to do it. On your own, it is very challenging. But with the group support, the proper guidance, then you'll be able to do it. You will be able to easily break all the laziness patterns, and you will become the right sadhak, you will become the right practitioner of spiritual science. Okay, next, Jaya.
Namaste, sir. My name is Jaya. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am committed. I will be sincere to this program. But one question I have is, like, I have a travel coming up end of May or beginning of June, and what if I won't be able to make to 1 or 2 classes?
Okay, so we have a general formula. Maybe this formula will be helping you. So we have 4 weekends in a given month, right? Average of 4 weekends. 3 weekends you are very sincere, attending sincerely. 1 weekend because you have a travel plan or you have some function or you have some emergency situation, you cannot attend. So we will consider it and we will send you the videos of that particular class, what you missed.
Okay.
But if you are consecutively or absent for 2 weekends, so that is when we will consider you that you are not interested in the program, and that is when we will probably give you a caution sign that 2 weekends you have missed. 1 more weekend you miss it, you will be deregistered.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So 1 weekend is exempted, no problem. So,
Thank you.
so in other words, 75% attendance is mandatory. 25% we are considerate, but it is recommended we expect 100% attendance, but 25% we are considerate for medical reasons or for some travel plans, unavoidable situations. We'll consider it.
Got it.
And whatever
Thank
the
you.
weekend, whatever that particular weekend you are missing out, you need to just send a message to our admin team and they will send you the recordings.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So friends, it's a great start. We started with meditation and we have gone through a little introduction, orientation of how the program is going to be. And we have taken your questions as well. So it's very few questions. So I'm assuming that you are very clear. So tomorrow, again, we will start with a few minutes of meditation and we'll go through the introduction. So everybody be prepared with the introduction. So you're going to introduce yourself. Most importantly, you have to finish your introduction in less than 1 minute. Okay, so be very precise. This is as part of the training. Okay, how do you speak? How do you introduce yourself? How do you communicate? Everything is going to be part of the training. Okay, so we are going to train you in the soft skills as well. So we are going to train you in the time management as well. We're going to train you in the energy management as well. So as part of the first training is how you are going to introduce yourself. You have only 60 seconds. You have to be very calm, you have to be very composed, and you have to speak from the heart. Write it down, very clear. You have to be very calm, you have to be very composed, and you have to speak from your heart. Don't speak for the sake of speaking. Don't speak from the mind space. Be in a calm space. Naturally, you will speak from the heart space. And you are speaking not to impress anybody. You are speaking as an expression of who you are. Write it down. You are speaking as an expression of who you are. So you have 1 minute time, and our team will be marking all those things. And this will be also part of the progress report. So are you sticking on to the time? How effectively you are speaking? Everything is very closely monitored. This is actually a university grade program. So you have 1 minute to introduce yourself. Speak very calm, very confident. First is, before you start speaking, take a deep breath, relax for 1-2 seconds. Take a breath and relax. Introduce yourself confidently. You are so and so from so and so place. And what profession you do, what work you do, it is your choice. You can speak. But the most important thing is how you introduce yourself and your intention to join the program. That should be very crystal clear. What is your intention? What is your guidance to join this program? So speak very clearly. You have 1 minute time. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste to everyone. So first, when you have to understand the right science of meditation. When I say science, what it means is, the simple definition of science is that which is replicable. If something is replicable by anybody, in any place, in any situation, and you get the same result, it becomes a science. That is a simple definition of science. So if Gautam Buddha got enlightened through this meditation technique, and if Jesus Christ got enlightened, there are thousands and thousands of yogis and rishis, they got enlightened with this simple technique and most powerful technique. Buddha called it as Anapanasati. Ana means inhalation, apana means exhalation. Sati means to become one. So to become one with your own inhalation and exhalation. The same thing Maharishi Patanjali named it as Raja Yoga. There are many yogas. Yoga simply means union. Yoga means union. And there are many yogas like Nada Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Samsara Yoga, and Hatha Yoga. There are many kinds of yogas. When you are in union with your physical body, it is called Hatha Yoga. When you are in union with music, you are listening to a nice music and you become one with that music, then it is Nada Yoga. Two bodies coming together, a male, a female, two physical bodies coming together, Sambhoga Yoga. Two bodies, two minds coming together and living in the same house in union for the whole life, that is Samsara Yoga. So you are in one with the knowledge. You are reading a book and you become one with the knowledge of the book. That is Jnana Yoga. Deep down, there is a quest to acquire the knowledge, and you want liberation through the knowledge. You're always seeking knowledge. So your soul is in one with the knowledge. That is Jnana Yoga. And whatever the work you do, you are so mindful of the work. You are in union with the work you do. That is Karma Yoga. In English, we call it as mindfulness. Your body and mind in one place. Your body is in union with your mind, and it is union with your work, what you're doing. No multitasking, one thing at a time. So that is Karma Yoga. In Karma Yoga, you involve yourself totally in the work. You disappear in the work. You become the work. That is Karma Yoga. So Raja Yoga. Raja means king. Raja Yoga means you have many yogas, but the king of all the yogas is Raja Yoga. In Raja Yoga, you start with Sukhasana. The first is Sukhasana. Sukhasana means, the definition Maharshi Patanjali gave for Sukhasana: Sthiram Sukham Asana. Sthiram means stillness. Your posture should be still. Sukham means your posture should be comfortable. So your posture should be your sitting posture in meditation, which is the first step in meditation. Your sitting posture should be still and comfortable. That is the right posture. So when you clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, and when you cross your feet, either you can sit on the floor, or you can sit on the chair, or you can sit on the sofa, you can sit on anywhere. But as long as you are clasping your fingers, hands, fingers into fingers, and crossing your feet, there is a certain energy stability. This is called a lock posture. So there is no leakage of energy. So there is a certain stillness which naturally comes to the body. So you don't need to keep your back straight and erect. If you're keeping your back straight and erect, it hurts and it doesn't become a comfortable posture. So comfortable posture is where you sit comfortably straight. You can lean back. You can take the support of the wall. You can take the support of the chair. So the most important is your posture should be still and comfortable. If you are a Hatha Yogi, where you've been practicing for many years, and you are able to sit straight in Padmasana or in lotus posture, so that is different because you are trained in it. Now you don't have the habit of sitting on the floor, for example. You don't have the habit of sitting on a floor because you come from a Western country and you're not used to sitting on the floor. Then for you to sit in Padmasana is not Sukhasana. So you should choose your own posture, which your body feels comfortable. So the two things here is the body should be still and comfortable. Still and comfortable. So when you are leaning back, you don't go into the slant position. So lean back, sitting straight. A little bit of bending so that you are comfortable, your backbone is not stressed. That is okay. As long as it is comfortable, it is fine. So the first step is Sukhasana. The second step is Sukha Pranayama. Pranayama means prana. Where does the prana exist? The prana exists in our breath. So pranayama means breathing. There are different types of pranayama. For example, Kumbhaka Pranayama, where you are breathing in and holding and breathing out, where you are manipulating the breath. Right? You are breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are holding it 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the in breath is short and the out breath is long. So all these are Kumbhaka Pranayama. Right? It has its own benefits. It increases your lung capacity. It detoxes you, and it increases your immune system. All those things, all those benefits are there. But that is not meditation. Meditation means Sukha Pranayama. Sukha Pranayama means natural breath. When you're born on the planet Earth, you inhale your first breath. When it is time to vacate the body, you exhale your last breath. So from the first breath till the last breath, every single breath is natural. It happens on its own. You are not breathing. So that is Sukha Pranayama. Your natural breath is a Sukha Pranayama. So yamas and niyamas, in the text, if you see in the Patanjali Maharshi's text, in the Ashtanga Marga of the Raja Yoga, so they start with yamas and niyamas. But many people misunderstand. The yamas and niyamas are the goal of meditation. If you yamas and niyamas, they are like perfect control on your life principles and perfect control on your everyday affairs. How you live your day-to-day life, perfect control on how you live your day-to-day life, and perfect control on your life principles. When you have a perfect control on life principles and when you have a perfect control on how you live your day-to-day life, that means you're a highly enlightened person. You don't need any meditation. It is like a healthy person doesn't need to go to a doctor. A healthy person doesn't need any medicines. He doesn't need any treatment. So only a person who is sick, who is not feeling well, he needs medicines and he needs to go to a doctor. So if you're enlightened, you don't need meditation. If you're perfect, you don't need meditation. So yamas and niyamas are the goals. Right? Yamas and niyamas are, this is what is the target, what we want in our life. Right? While it is important that you understand yamas and niyamas, but you have to understand that yamas and niyamas, in simple words, it is character building. Right? So the character building happens naturally the more you do meditation. Your yamas and niyamas becomes perfected the more you do meditation. So you start with posture, asana. In the beginning, it will be very difficult to sit for 1 hour. There will be body aches, pins and needles, and your body feels a little fatigue. Sometimes, you feel certain numbness and there's a lot of discomfort. In the body level, there is a lot of discomfort in the beginning. But every day, in spite of the bodily discomfort, you are sitting. You are closing your eyes and you are sitting. In spite of the body discomfort, yes, sometimes you feel like stretching. Yeah, you stretch your legs or you stretch your arms, but you're not removing the finger lock and you're not opening the eyes. These two are very important. You're not opening your eyes at any cost and you're not removing the finger lock. So as long as you're not removing the finger lock and you're not opening the eyes and you are managing the discomfort and consistently, regularly, you are sitting for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Every day you are sitting in spite of the discomfort. When it is beyond your tolerable limit, then you stretch again, you come back to the posture. When you practice it for 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, you will notice that your body is becoming more and more stable. Your body is becoming more and more still. And your body is getting into more and more comfortable. The pain is reduced. The discomfort is reduced. You are able to sit. Before, to sit 20 minutes also, the first day to sit 20 minutes also is difficult. But over a period of time, you are sitting in spite of all the discomfort. And you will notice that in 30 days, in 40 days, in 50 days, you're able to sit for 1 hour, 2 hours. That is the first step of progress in your meditation. That is called Apanasati. That means you have become successful in the asana. You have win over your bodily discomfort. We call it as Apanasati. Means you are capable to sit for meditation. So the first step is very important. So how do you become victorious? Apanasati means you have become victorious. The first step of success happened in your sitting posture. So for that, you need a lot of willpower. So in spite of the discomfort, you sit as much as you can tolerate. And next, when you're observing the breath, while it takes its own time to get Apanasati, some people might get it in 10 days, some people might get it in 40 days. It doesn't matter. You are sincerely sitting for meditation every single day. That matters. Your sincerity matters. Now, after this step, when you are observing your natural breath, a lot of thoughts will be there. It's very natural. You are programmed to think. You are programmed to do multitasking. And your mind is constantly worried, concerned. You have to understand the nature of the mind. See, we are discussing about the very basics of meditation, the science of meditation, the right understanding of meditation. You have to understand the nature of the mind. Mind is nothing but the bundle of thoughts. You can say, in simple terms of understanding, mind is nothing but the bundle of thoughts. And all your thoughts exist either in the past or in the future. In simple words, mind exists only in the past or in the future. Either you are repeating, rewinding, playing the old story, what happened in the past, or you are concerned, you are worried of what's going to happen in the future. So mind exists only in the past and in the future. And the nature of the mind is to take you either to the past or to the future. That is the very nature of the mind. So sometimes people say, sir, when I close my eyes, I get more thoughts. You don't get more thoughts. For the first time, you become aware of your thoughts. All this while, you are not aware that you are going through so many thoughts subconsciously, unconsciously. So many thoughts are going on. You are not aware of it. But when you sit still, when your body becomes still, then the awareness is on the mind level. You see, there are 3 levels of awareness. Awareness on the body level, awareness on the mind level, and awareness on the soul level. 3 levels of awareness. Most of the people on the planet Earth, their awareness level is only on the body-mind level. Only for a meditator, the awareness is on a body-mind-soul level. While you are sitting in meditation, initially your awareness is on the body-mind level. But as you observe your breath, as you observe your natural breath, slowly, your body becomes still. So when your body becomes still, your awareness goes to the mind level. So that is when you notice a lot of thoughts, because your complete awareness is on the mind level. And the more you observe your breath, the more you are in Sukha Pranayama, the more you observe your natural breath, in spite of the thoughts. See, here you have to understand it very clearly. In the beginning, thoughts are there. So, in spite of the thoughts, your focus is on the breath. In other words, you are closing your eyes and observing your breath. And you will catch hold of yourself that you are thinking. That moment you catch hold of yourself that you are thinking, that moment you come back to your breath. Coming back to your breath simply means you give 100% of your attention back to your breath. You say, okay, I'm getting thoughts, but these thoughts, sometimes, the mind tricks you, saying, oh, this is very important thought. I'm getting the future plan. I'm getting this important thing sorted out. I'm getting this guidance in the meditation. What should I do tomorrow? How should I plan the things? How should I schedule the things? So mind will trick you with all those things. So that is when you tell yourself, whatever might be the miraculous thoughts, whatever might be the future guidance or the scheduling, whatever it might be, I'm ready to follow it. I'm ready to listen to it after meditation. But right now, I'm sitting for meditation. My only focus is to be with my breath. So whether it is a negative thought, a positive thought, or a miraculous thought, or a future planning, whatever it might be, bring your attention back to your breath. Don't entertain the thoughts. So these are the points you should understand, very key points. Don't fight with your thoughts. Don't fight with your thoughts. Don't be worried about your thoughts. Don't go behind your thoughts. Simply, gently, with a smile on your face, bring your attention back to your breath. Suppose 100 times you are distracted by thoughts. 100 times come back to your breath in a cool way. No need to get stressed. No need to get worried. Let the thoughts come. That is the nature of the mind. Let the thoughts come. But you don't care. You come back to the breath. So more and more you come back to the breath again and again. Your mind surrenders to your breath. The intensity of your thoughts reduces. First, the intensity of your thoughts reduces. Then the number of thoughts reduces. Slowly, slowly, you will experience a fraction of a second of no thought state. Then it expands to few seconds, then few minutes. So this no thought state, what you're experiencing, in other words, you are experiencing yourself, your true self. Remember, I told you there are 3 states of awareness: body level, mind level, and soul level. When your body is still, the awareness goes to the mind level. And when your mind also becomes still, which means no thoughts, then your awareness goes to the soul level, yourself. For the first time, you will experience yourself. So this is what many people describe as a bliss. Bliss simply means your awareness is on your soul. You are experiencing your soul. You are experiencing your own fragrance, soul fragrance. The samadhi state or the no thought state or the meditative state simply means you are in union with your own self. That is what is called meditative state or no thought state. So in that state, there is no thoughts. There is only bliss. Right? And the most important thing is, this is the most important thing is, you should not have expectations for this blissful experience. Before you sit in meditation, you should not have any expectations that I'm going to experience the blissful moments. I'm going to experience even fraction of a second. I want to experience it. You should not have this expectation, because this expectation comes from the mind. Every kind of expectation comes from the mind. So the moment you have this expectation, you cannot go beyond the mind. You are stuck on the mind level. Right? So no expectations. So before you sit in meditation, this is how you tell yourself, okay, you close your eyes, you sit comfortable, and you tell yourself, I surrender to my breath. I have no expectations. I'm least bothered. Whether meditation happens or not, I'm least bothered. Whether enlightenment happens or not, I'm least bothered. I just surrender to my breath. I want to spend time with myself. Meditation simply means I'm spending time with myself. Right? I'm spending time with my breath. I'm spending time with my breath. I'm spending time with myself. That's all. That is good enough. Other than that, whatever happens, I'm not bothered. If something great happens, I will witness it. And if something doesn't happen, still I will witness it. I don't care. So you are not bothered about the outcome of it. No expectations. So that is very important. If you have expectations, then you are stuck on the mind level. And then as you do meditation regularly with this kind of subtle expectations, then your mind starts hallucinating. So that is when you start hallucinating. Said, I saw this, I saw that, I saw this angel, I saw that angel, I saw this great master, that great master. Right? I got this message, I got that message. You start hallucinating. I'm not saying that you will not see those things. It is 100% possible that you will see many metaphysical things. You will meet your departed ones, or you will travel intergalactically to other dimensions, to other realities, or you might meet your spirit guides. All those things are a possibility. All those things are a possibility when you are in a total state of surrender, when you have least expectations, and when you are in complete surrender. Then these things are a possibility if it is needed for your evolution. Not everybody will go through this. You will go through certain experiences which is needed for your evolution, and there are a lot of higher masters who wants to support you in your spiritual evolution. So they will come and support you because you deserve it. Without you asking for it, they will come and support you energetically. They will come and guide you. They will come and support you, but they will not hold your hands and help you cross the bridge. They'll just give you certain guidance because you deserve it. You're so sincere. You're in a state of surrender. And also you have a lot of good karmas. So when you have a lot of good karmas in your account, you have a lot of punya in your account, then you deserve all the help from the universe. Right? So there are so many factors when you will receive certain guidance from the other dimensions. When you expect it, you will not get it. When you deserve it, you will get it. So that is a simple equation. When you expect, you will never get it. But when you deserve it, you will always get it. So don't have any expectations. Just let go of all the expectations. By letting go of all the expectations, by being in a state of pure surrender, and always your goal is self-realization. Your goal is to be a better version of yourself. Your goal is to be a better person. That is your only goal. You are not interested in the siddhis, in the spiritual gifts. You are not interested in the name and fame. Your only interest is you want to know yourself. You want to realize yourself. You want to know the ultimate truth. You want to live in the truth. You want to know the truth. You want to live in the truth. If that is your ultimate goal, then naturally surrender happens. Right? So this is very important in meditation, that you have no expectations. Just be comfortable and be happy with yourself. Be happy with your breath. So this is real Raja Yoga. So these are the first two steps, Sukhasana and Sukha Pranayama. Then more and more your mind becomes empty. More naturally you start connecting to yourself. That is when your intuition becomes very sharp. And you will receive guidance not from outside. You will receive guidance from within. So this is the beauty. The guidance you get is not from an external source. The real guidance you get is from inner, because the kingdom of God is within. The right guidance you always get from within. Right? So there is no dependency. In the spiritual, if you are in the right spiritual path, there is no dependency. There is no dependency towards physical masters, visible masters, and invisible masters also. When you receive the help, you gracefully, with gratitude, you take the help, but you don't ask for it and you are not dependent on it. So this is very important statement. You have to write it down and underline. The essence of enlightenment is non-dependence. The essence of enlightenment is non-dependence. You are not dependent on any physical gurus. You are not dependent on any invisible gurus. You are dependent only on your own sadhana. You are dependent only on your own practice. You are dependent only on your own experiences. You are dependent on your own knowledge. You are dependent on your own wisdom. While in the beginning, to learn the science of meditation, of course, you need the guidance from the teacher. But once you get the guidance, then you are self-dependent. You learn from everybody. You learn from all the teachers. You learn from all the masters, but no dependency on them. That is what I mean to say. You should learn from everybody with humbleness, with obedience. Learn from everybody, but no dependency. So in the 6 months program, people who are beginners of meditation, are people who have already practiced meditation for a while. So the most important point you have to focus on is asana sit. You should be able to sit for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Focus on that. So that means, how do you focus on that? Take baby steps. 1 hour meditation in the morning, whether meditation happens or not, you sit. And then 1 hour meditation in the evening or night. How much ever tired your body is, your body feels like lying on the bed, but still you tell yourself that I'm going to sit for 1 hour and after that I'll go to bed. So sit for 1 hour and close your eyes and sit. Whether meditation happens or not, doesn't matter. You close your eyes and sit. That is the very first step you have to do. If you do this first step, then naturally the Sukha Pranayama happens. See, sitting for meditation is the most challenging thing because that is the Tamo Guna Dosha. You have to overcome the Tamo Guna Dosha. So dosha means imbalance. Tamo Guna Dosha means laziness. Because of that Tamo Guna Dosha, the laziness comes to you. So you have to overcome the laziness. If you overcome the laziness, how do you overcome the laziness? What is laziness? Laziness will help you to procrastinate, or it will say, okay, I'm very tired today. Let me sleep tonight. And tomorrow morning I'll get up. So that is what a lazy person will think. So how do you beat that laziness? You beat that laziness saying, first I will do meditation, then I will sleep. First I will do hard work, then I will enjoy. A lazy mind will say that first let us enjoy, then we will do hard work. That is tamoguna. How do you beat the tamoguna? How do you overcome the tamoguna? First let me do the hard work, then I will enjoy. You're just flipping, right? Lazy means first let me relax, first let me enjoy, then I will do the work. That is lazy mind. How do you overcome it? First let me do the hard work, then I will enjoy. That is how you overcome the tamoguna dosha, the lazy mind. So whenever you feel lazy, remember this point. First, let me do the hard work. My body is longing for rest, right? But let me sit, and then I will lie down and relax. So sitting for meditation is a very, very important step. So more and more you sit for meditation, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, you sit. You have to decide yourself. Before you sit for meditation, you have to decide, I'm going to sit for half an hour. Then choose a half an hour music track and play the music. Once the music finishes, you know half an hour is complete. Or you're sitting for 1 hour. Choose a 1 hour music track. Okay. So generally, the advisable thing is put your flight on the silent mode or flight mode and play the music, MP3 music. You download. There are so many beautiful music in YouTube, meditation music. So download and put it in your phone or some music player. Just play it. So make sure there is no external disturbance. You tell your family members that you are going to sit for meditation, not to disturb them for 1 hour. And then you switch off the phone or put the phone in the flight mode. Then you play the music and sit. That is how you discipline yourself to make sure that until I decided to sit for 1 hour, because I decided to sit for 1 hour, I will make sure that I will not open my eyes until 1 hour finishes. So that is how you discipline yourself. That is how you beat the laziness. Then the asana siddhi naturally comes. Then you become victorious in the posture, in the Raja Yoga posture, in the meditative posture. You become victorious. Then once you become victorious in the posture, then naturally you will come back to your, breath again and again. See, you decided, just a very simple logic. You tell yourself, come what may, I'm not going to open my eyes. I'm not going to move from this place. If you have decided for 1 hour, first 10 minutes, it will be a little disturbing. After that, it is very boring. You are not opening your eyes. You're not moving your body. It is very boring. So naturally, you'll observe your breath. Sitting for meditation is a very important step. First step is you're sitting for meditation. Then you graduate to sitting in meditation. First is sitting for meditation. The second is you're sitting in meditation. So that means you're sitting in meditation means you are focusing on your natural breath. You are in Sukha Pranayama. So when you are in Sukha Pranayama, that means you are sitting in meditation. And more you sit in meditation, you experience meditation. So experiencing meditation simply means you are experiencing the no thought state. Okay. So once you start experiencing the glimpses of meditation, then the final step is you celebrate, you are in the blissful state. You celebrate meditation. And when it comes to meditation, you should have this understanding that you cannot meditate. You cannot meditate. Meditation is something which happens. You can only sit for meditation. Remember this point. You can only sit for meditation. Meditation is something which happens. When you are in Sukhasana and when you are in Sukha Pranayama, meditation is something which happens. When you are sitting comfortable and when you are observing in your natural breath, meditation is something which happens. You cannot force meditation. You cannot say, I want to close my eyes and I want to be in empty mind state. You cannot do that. Of course, when you become a perfect master, then you can do it. But in the beginning stages, you cannot do it. So meditation is something which happens. So your job is to sit for meditation. So the first week, even though I said there is no assignment, of course, I want to have a slow and steady start. So I don't want to bombard you with assignments and other things. But the first week, I want you to focus on this asana siddhi. Okay. The first week, I want you to focus on 1 hour meditation in the morning, 1 hour meditation in the night. So every day, 2 hours, you are going to meditate. Right? Make it as a compulsory 1 hour in the morning. First thing in the morning, when you get up, you meditate. In your local time, in whichever country you are living in your local time, get up early. Better to get up early between 4 and 6, right? To be precise, 3:30 to 5:30. So that is Brahma Muhurt. So you get up at 3:30 or 4, take a quick shower, refresh yourself, or if you don't want to take shower, just at least wash your face, drink some water, and sit in meditation. So that is the best time to do meditation. The best time to do meditation. Anytime you can do meditation, but the best time to do meditation is in the Brahma Muhurt, early in the morning. Okay. So somewhere between 3:30 and 6. Somewhere between 3:30 and 6, you do 1 hour meditation minimum. And in the night, before you go to bed, do 1 hour meditation. Or you can do in the evening or afternoon, anytime. So the first meditation is compulsory, 1 hour. The second meditation, you do whenever you find time. Okay. So you stick on to this. And along with that, you do every day, you do half an hour of house cleaning, decluttering. Spend half an hour, not less, not more. Not less, not more. Only 30 minutes. Spend to declutter. Keep your things clean and tidy. Throw away the things which are broken. Throw away the things which are non-functional. Or donate to some needy people the things which you are not using for so many months, so many years. You are not using. It is simply occupying the space. So give it away. At least we'll get some good karma. And your space also gets decluttered. So for 30 minutes, focus on decluttering. Start with your meditation room. allocate yourself one room where you're meditating every day. First, declutter that room. Right? So don't try to declutter your partner's space or your parents' and children's space. First, start with decluttering your own space where you are using your working desk, your room, your table, your shelf, your clothes shelf, your bookshelf. So start decluttering your personal things. Right? So you do it as an experiment. I want all of you to do it as an experiment. And journaling. Right? As I said yesterday, journaling is a must. Right? Half an hour or 15 minutes. Journaling takes hardly 5-10 minutes also. Right? Every day you write where you have wasted your time, where you have wasted your energy, where you have properly utilized the time, where you have properly utilized the energy. So you do the journaling. And also you write down how you felt after the declutter, how you felt. What are the inner changes you went through? So how is your experience? Write down those things. So this is for this week. Thank you very much. Namaste.